Welcome to Big G, Little G. Joined today by Lisa Davies, one of the co-founders of Through the Woods. It's founded with Lisa and Louise, aka Red Room, Louise Hall. It's a community investment company that these ladies started. They specialise in chronic pain and all the ripple effect around that. I know them through the educational path, and they have a lot of lived experience, and yeah, I think it's worth shining a light on these ladies. They're absolutely smashing it out at the park at the moment. We're currently at Bede College. Shout out to Sally Cinnamon for the facility. So yeah, it's just me, it's just Big G, and should we just call you Little Lisa?
We can. To be fair, that used to be my nickname.
Little Lisa?
Because where I lived, in our street, there was 6 Lisas.
Right.
And I was the youngest and the littlest. So, some people still go by that.
Is that why you want to keep the high heels?
Yeah, that's why I want to keep them.
Stigmatised you. But no, pleasure to come on, mate. We spoke about it for a little while, haven't we?
We have. Thank you very much for asking us again, and I can finally make it this time.
Yeah. But it's a shame we couldn't get Lou on, but well, there's always a future. But yeah, we're just a bit of we've got no structure, just a little bit of a chat about what's happening with your company, who you support, who it's aimed at, and just to shine a light on what's out there. I feel like you offer really affordable therapy, which I think is super important given the constraints that people have got out there. And so I feel like you're really in the corner of the clients where, people are charging crazy money and it's not affordable. So hats off to you there. But anyway, mate, I feel like I'll just let you breathe there. But how's Through the Woods going?
It's going really well. And just to give kind of a little bit of background on it, we started it because me and Louise have both come from a background where we suffered with chronic pain extensively. So we know firsthand the lack of support that there is out there. You know what, the NHS, they do an amazing job, but they just don't always have the facilities to be able to offer kind of the right emotional support.
Right.
Chronic pain doesn't just affect you physically. There's a lot of emotional strain that comes with it, a lot of anxiety, which can lead to kind of loneliness, isolation, and I think there's a lot of lack of empathy as well, especially with the invisible diseases.
Yeah.
So, if you broke your leg, everybody can see the plaster and you can get all the sympathy in the world. However, an invisible disease is often stigmatized. So a lot of people who do suffer with it won't actually talk about it because of the stigma that comes with it. So a lot of people that we're dealing with at the moment, they're quite a little bit, I would say, hesitant in the beginning to access counselling. But we've been really lucky that we partnered with a training company called Rocks, who have given us some funding. So we've been working with a charity called HOPS, which is Healing Opportunities.
Right.
So some of our clients are, kind of 40s, 50s, and they were a little bit reluctant to come to counselling initially. But we've had some amazing results. So we've been using an integrated therapy. So we've person-centred with a little bit CBT, but I think the one that's having kind of the biggest impact is acceptance and commitment therapy. So
cool.
We can't take away the pain, but we can help them to live with it and learn to accept it and grow with it as well. So that's where we're currently at the moment.
So, I say I'm just going to act blind here. So commitment and acceptance therapy. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so acceptance and commitment therapy is it's not changing your thoughts because your thoughts are going to be the same because you're living with this struggle daily.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, take the pressure off. And it's learning about how to accept it. So we look at kind of a lot of unhelpful thinking styles. So you can catastrophize a lot.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I wake up in pain, I can think, my whole day is going to be absolutely ruined because I'm in pain at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. Sometimes my pain may lessen throughout the day. But my old thinking style was, my day was absolutely ruined. I've got this pain, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to stay in the house, which again leads to isolation and loneliness, because you're limiting kind of what you do and where you go based on an initial feeling.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of just accepting that at this moment, yes, you are in pain. Later through the day, it might be manageable where you can go out and do something.
Yeah. So you're changing your perspective.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it as well with another, say, unhelpful thinking style is fortune telling. So in the past, say, I've gotten a letter where a hospital appointment is being cancelled and rearranged. That can send us into a tailspin. I'm in pain and I want to see somebody now. And now we put the appointment further down the line. So you know what? In my mind, I would automatically go, so they've cancelled it today, they've rearranged it, they're definitely going to cancel it the next time. So it could be this time next year before I get to see somebody.
Right, got you.
The reality is, they may not cancel it. It could just be, say, a 4-week wait because of an emergency. But in my mind, one, a fortune told, and the appointment was not going to be until next year. So straight away, I've catastrophized that situation.
Yeah.
Your mind does it to kind of try and protect you.
Yeah, it's like survival mode, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It actually works in the opposite way. So the mind thinks it's being really helpful. Well, it's doing the opposite by creating stress for situations that haven't yet even happened.
Yeah, absolutely. We sometimes chat, our peer support groups at Space, we sometimes chat about trying to, it's part of the brain, it's the prefrontal cortex, where it's part of the brain is like where you're solving problems.
Yeah.
So it feels like even the part of your brain that's activated is like, oh yeah, I'm onto something here, I'm solving the problem, but the problem hasn't even occurred, and you're trying to get a solution for a problem that doesn't exist, and it's a slippery slope, like. But yeah, in terms of Through the Woods, how do you access that?
So we've got our website, we've got our social medias. You can self-refer in. Some people are coming through a charity route with us via HOPs. So, yeah, we've got our email addresses, phone numbers. So either of them methods, clients can get in contact with us.
Right, okay.
So for all we deal primarily with people with chronic pain, but also carers as well, because with chronic pain, it doesn't just affect the person that's got the chronic pain.
Yeah.
It affects husbands, wives.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can have a huge impact on children. So some children, 5-6-year-old might be caring for parents.
Yeah.
So that creates kind of a lot of impact on that child who's not having what you would class as a typically normal childhood.
Yeah.
Where they can go out and play. They may have to go to school. They may have to stay off school to look after them. When they do go to school, they may not be able to go out and play with friends after because they've got kind of care duties. So it's not always just the person with the chronic pain. It's always the wider family that kind of it impacts, and they can suffer just as much, if not more sometimes. Yeah,
so it's a huge ripple effect, isn't it? And there is that stigma, isn't there? It's like I was speaking to a guy a couple of weeks ago in some capacity, and saying like, yeah, he's had a situation where he's physically not recovering from something, but yeah, it's like the hospital's just opened the doors and went, crack on, mate. Mm-hmm. It's like, I got a sense that he feels really like isolated and like unappreciated for what he's put into the country and all the rest of it. And it's, I think that's part of it, isn't it? Like the lack of aftercare. So in many ways, people are coming Through the Woods. Again, I don't want to use a big brush here, but it's almost like they're getting a bit of aftercare there, aren't they? They're getting heard.
Absolutely. They're getting heard, and their feelings are also validated, which I know Louise feels exactly the same as where I do as well. So my disease, it wasn't diagnosed for a long time. I knew I was poorly, but because it wasn't diagnosed kind of for the first 25, 30 years, I lived with that. And I wouldn't mention it because all the doctors that I had been to see said there was nothing the matter with us. And they're doctors, so they would know. So I felt as if I was a hypochondriac, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
So when it did come around that, you know what, there is something the matter with us, I was really quite elated. Like, oh, I'm not making this up. It is real. I'm not a hypochondriac. And I was quite naive, I would say, at the time, because I thought, now I've got a diagnosis, they're going to have a fix.
So it was almost like you got that validation, that sense of, oh, things are going to move in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there was another hurdle waiting.
So there wasn't a fix. It was a case of, we'll do an operation and there's 25 to 30 tablets, painkillers a day to go and live on, and that was it.
Yeah.
So that was for a long time until I worked for another company and I was diagnosed with something else, which is still part of the same condition. My care this time was very, very different because I worked for an amazing company that had private medical care.
Right, okay.
So I didn't wait 7 months to see a consultant. I didn't wait another 6 months for an MRI scan, to wait another 4 months to get the results of it. Within a week, I had a doctor, I had scans, and I had the results and a treatment plan.
Right.
And part of that treatment plan was to go for counselling. And that's when I realised kind of the difference that it can make by being able to talk about it. It didn't take me pain away, but it did make us understand the emotional...
baggage?
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't quite think of the word that I needed there. Yeah, the emotional baggage that I'd carried right throughout my life and was still going to have to carry going forward.
No, it's super impactful. Like, it's super. Well, I'm seeing. I don't have any experience there, but I meant from the counselling side, like just to dissect something as well. You know, to actually acknowledge that there is that physical and emotional weight sort of coexisting.
Absolutely, and I think it really impacted me mum as well. So she took the doctor's word that there was nothing the matter with us. And when she found out that there was, she even now would suffer huge amounts of guilt. She was like, why didn't I push? But it was a doctor, and I think it's very generational as well. You know, my mum's in her 70s now, and if a doctor said, there's nothing the matter with you, there's nothing the matter with you. Yeah. And she took their word. So she does feel a huge amount of guilt for not pushing further when I was a child and she would take us.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, like, for me, the way I experience that is, and again, obviously it's nothing to do with me, but I feel like we just want a why, don't we? But we also want someone to take responsibility. So maybe your mum's just put that on our shoulders because, like, we don't like not having the why. So there's a little, obviously it's generational as well, like you were saying, but yeah, we want a why out of the situation, but sometimes, but it's a good little segue about something that's just popped in my head, like talking about going to the GP and all the rest of it. And we've chewed the fat a few times about people being told they've got this and they've got that, or they haven't been told they've got this and that. Yeah. It's a tough situation to be in, isn't it? Like, the opposite's true. I mean, it's great if you get a bit of a placebo effect. Again, I just want to distinguish. I'm not talking about chronic pain or anything like that. I'm talking about a bit of a wider sort of vibe that we were chatting about. That people are, they're seeing an algorithm, and all of a sudden they've got X, Y, and Z.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's so yeah, in terms of like that side of it can be a little bit dangerous as well, kind of where people are like, oh, I'm panicking here, I'm panicking, no, it's a panic attack, or whatever it may be, and it's like we do live in a society where we're creating a lot of fear and worry, aren't we?
Absolutely, I think Dr. Google can be extremely dangerous.
He's always available as well. That's
always.
That's what I like about him, He's always there. Do you know what I mean? He needs a break, that Dr. Google, doesn't he? Like, he works the weekends and everything.
24/7.
Yeah, middle of the night. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we were chatting about AI, weren't we? And we were chatting about, again, not breaking any confidentiality, but we were chatting about maybe it's like let's say it's a third-hand story that we heard where people are diagnosing themselves via AI.
Yeah.
Tell us how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm. These are my symptoms. Tell me how I feel today.
It's insane, like.
It's a robot. No, but if we're taking notice of a robot on how we feel, why can't we just kind of stop a minute, just have a little think, how are you really feeling? Where do you feel it? Are you feeling it physically, mentally? Rather than ChatGPT or Dr. Google.
Yeah. And it's that placebo effect, isn't it? People are getting like, the more you focus on something, you can make it into something that it's not.
And it can be really dangerous, can't it? So, ChatGPT today said, I'm depressed and I've got anxiety. But have you?
Yeah. I mean, is it clinical? Yeah. I mean, I love the whole placebo thing in the right measure. But I love the idea, like I probably said this is a bit of a segue, but the idea that, you can accept something on a psychological level, that it actually affects the physical level.
Yeah.
Like I remember years ago, my mate Harry, obviously I'm not advocating vapes, but we're not talking about solid class A drugs here. But yeah, I replaced cigarettes to vape, and the short story is he gives us a big bottle of liquid, and for several days I was using this liquid. It's random Sunday night. I looked at this bottle as I was filling up the vape pen, and it was 0 nicotine. So I'd went nearly 3 days without nicotine, but the second I saw that 0% nicotine, I'm clamming. I'm clamming here, like. But talk about placebo. I didn't have that knowledge, so my body didn't have the physical reaction that nicotine was missing. Now, again, if anyone's listening, I'm not saying like, it's a one size fits all, but there's a couple of situations like that. I remember years ago when I was at the gym. I mean, mate, give us this pre-workout stuff, and it was naughty stuff, It probably got banned later on, but it wasn't naughty at the time, right? Let's just say that it had caffeine in and all these kind of super energy things, and so I've been using it, and I was thinking, I'm feeling strong here. So I went down the lat pull down, and I thought I'd had me shake, and pulled down the lat, and I was like, let's put more weight on it. I was like, I'm well stronger here. Been using this a couple of weeks. I bent down to get me drink. Is it? I'd only left it in the toilet on the sink. I hadn't even consumed the pre-workout. In my head, I was like, Hulk Hogan or something, like, come on. And it was like, I hadn't even...
I can just see you now. You've been ripping off your black t-shirt.
Unfortunately, that's a true story, actually. But no, mate, it just shows you, like, if you get yourself in a certain mindset...
Right, so here's a story. So when I was about 14, in my spent youth, somebody told us if you drank gripe water, it would get you drunk.
Right.
Yeah, so me and my friend Tracy, we bought a bottle of gripe water. We went to the beach and we downed it. And honestly, I really thought I was drunk. I burped for about 3 days, but I did believe I was drunk at the same time.
Well, it's insane, isn't it? Like I don't drink really these days, but first time I tried non-alcoholic lager, it was like it's almost like your brain was tricked. I mean, it was only the first couple of bottles I ever had, but yeah, like it sounds also like my brain was tricked because I was just so used to a bottle of beer. I was like, I feel a bit relaxed here. Like that's a sort of like a relaxed sort of like a slightly intoxicated feeling, and I'm thinking to myself, that's impossible. It's physically impossible. I can drink all 20 of these. There's no in it.
You're getting nothing.
But yeah, it's an interesting one. But jumping back through the woods, obviously, I seen the other day that Louise is running an evening class. Or even sessions, wellbeing sessions, and you've had a couple of those, and one of them was you have people in. You had a sound bath.
We did, so yeah.
Was it like? Does that mean it was like a proper good bath, like that, like a sound bath?
It was a really good sound bath.
Those baths are sound, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely sound.
How did it go?
It went really well. So yeah, Louise has started a wellbeing group at Horton Kippia Hall,
right?
And it's she's had a quite a good response. So once a month, she's going to be looking to put something a little bit different on. So this week she had a guy come in and do an amazing sound bath, which lasted kind of for an hour. And we want to make everything really affordable. So sometimes kind of sound baths, you can pay, anything from £20 to £25.
Right.
Is kind of the normal going rate. But we've managed to be able to bring the price down to only kind of £5.50.
Champion.
So we want to make everything as affordable as possible. So after the sound bath, there's also the Wellbeing group for the hour as well. For anybody that wanted to stay for kind of free tea, coffee, and obviously there's always free biscuits on the go, which is always a bit of a crowd puller, a free biscuit. It's starting to go really well. And she's getting a lot more followers on kind of our social medias and things like that. Yeah.
And I think it's class, obviously yourself and Louise are trained counsellors, but obviously you can use those listening skills and, if anyone wants to get themselves along and have a chat with Louise is absolutely sound as a pound, deadly at bat, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. So it's Tuesday at 6:30.
Tuesday at 6:30. I might come along and take advantage of the next sound bath.
Absolutely.
Will you take a fiver?
$5.25. Got a deal.
No, but I mean, it sounds class. I think it's really important. Because it's another vehicle, isn't it? We chat about counselling and we chat about different things, and it's for some people that might just be it. It might just be that social interaction where you need to break the norm and just get a bit of movement, get out there, make a connection, and it's just breaking up your week, and it's just really good for your head, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, what we wanted to do, we wanted to make it obviously accessible, so we've made sure kind of there's wheelchair access and things like that. So nobody was excluded.
Class, mate. Class. But what I had in mind was, we're just chewing the fat from this point, really. Obviously, I wanted to big up Through the Woods because I think it's class what you're doing.
Thank you.
What I was going to do here is have a little bit of a quick fire.
Oh, good Lord.
See how much of this we can keep in.
The pressure is on now.
So, a little bit of quick fire, would you rather, and then a few random questions. So, nice and easy or not. Would you choose art or music?
To do or watch? Listen.
Listen to art.
Just do.
You could listen to
Watch
art,
it.
but if you had to choose,
music.
God or science?
Oh, science.
Sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Dogs. Especially little Georgie boy.
Georgie boy's class.
Georgie is the sweetest little puppy boy in the world.
Would you go for book or film?
Book.
Countryside or city?
Oh, can I not do both on the same day?
I'll put you on the spot here.
Countryside.
Burnout or fade away?
Burnout.
Legacy or impact?
Legacy.
Morning person or night person?
I'm both, to be fair. I'm an early bird and a night owl. And then through the day, probably a knackered pigeon.
Richard or Fiona? I'm only kidding. I like both names. Would you go for beach or mountains?
Beach.
North or south?
North.
Pain or pleasure?
Pleasure.
You hesitated there, didn't you?
I did, didn't I? I was like, I know, but if you think, right, just to give that bit context, if you get and say a massage, right, which I go normally once a month, once every 6 weeks, she does it so hard where it is verging on pain, but it is slightly pleasurable at the same time. So I think that's a very fine line on that one.
Like a deep massage, deep muscle massage.
I don't want one of them massages where they just kind of faff about, need the knots out of me neck, please.
Get rid of them fibres.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of random ones. What's the best £100 you've spent in the last year?
Oh, I would definitely go night out.
Night out?
Night out.
Fair play. A song that puts you in a good mood?
You know what? I love a bit cheesy pop music.
Cheesy pop?
I do.
What we're talking cheesy pop, talking
Oh, really cheesy. Little bit Steps, little bit ABBA.
Fair play. And a final one would be, let's go for, would you rather, a little bit of a dark one, we'll not make this the final one. would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of it?
Oh, the date, and then I can plan. I love a plan.
Unlimited battery life or unlimited Wi-Fi?
Battery life.
Would you choose sex or drugs?
Sex.
Brown sauce or ketchup?
I'm not a fan of either, to be fair.
Not a fan either?
No, not really. I might have a little bit, like once, twice a year, but it would just be like the end of the chip. It wouldn't be like all over me chips or whatever I'm eating.
Like,
just a tiny little oof.
What about like a brekkie? You're not putting out on your brekkie, like?
No, to be fair, I don't. This sounds really strange, but I don't really like wet food. So
we're definitely going to have the audios, the audio descript on that. You didn't like wet food. Say that again.
Wet food. So if I have cereal, I'll have like dry granola.
Oh, right,
if I have muesli, it must be like a half a teaspoon in just to get it like slightly damp. So I don't really like custards or rice pudding. So I like quite dry food. So
that you don't like. What about sauces? If you went for a curry and that, or
I'll eat a curry. I sounded proper South Shields there, didn't I?
Could I?
I'll eat a curry. But sauces, I wouldn't have like. So if I have a steak, I wouldn't have sauce on my steak.
Right. Okay.
But if it's a good steak, I don't think you need a sauce.
Right. Okay. So you'll have the sauce if it's like, spaghetti bolognese or.
Well, I don't.
Sound really judgmental here, I don't know. I'm
very judgmental. So I don't eat
coming in here, giving up
pasta.
your time.
So if I have bolognese, I have it with rice.
Right, I get that. Like,
yeah, I can have that. But here's one which people are always astounded at when I say I don't like gravy. I don't want gravy on my Sunday lunch.
I forgive you. What about cheesy chips?
Oh, good Lord, no.
Are you going to have to get out of the room now?
I'm going. If you're going to feed us cheesy chips.
No, fair play, mate. Fair play, like. Well, we were having this debate, me mate, Chris ages gone, right? Do you like cheese?
Yes. But I like nice cheese.
Nice cheese. What's nice cheese?
I like a goat's cheese, like a goat's cheese and beetroot salad.
All right.
Or like a nice... My favourite meal in the entire world was when I went to Marco Pierre White's restaurant when he had it in Newcastle, which is now closed down. And it was a French cafe salad. So it was blue cheese with greens and candied walnuts in it. Honestly, it was the most amazing cheese I've ever had.
Man, I need to try that. It's still there, isn't it?
The one in Newcastle's closed, but there's one in Durham. But yeah, his French cafe salad is the most amazing food I've ever had.
Oh, mate. I mean, I love food, like.
I don't like, the cheese that's like more of a plastic, like them squares and squirty cheese.
Right, yeah. I mean, I like a bit, the cheese that you get where you've got like bits of chili and like jalapenos, and I like double Gloucester, cheddar and stuff like that. Is it Austrian smoked cheese or whatever it's called? I do like a cheese board.
I love a charcuterie board.
I remember one year, the company I work for, obviously I don't want to drop any names, but they put satellite dishes on your house. And each year they treat you to like a little 30 quid token. And you could choose it, and I got 30 quid's worth of cheese. And each cheese board, they're just all individually wrapped. Cheese. And I was like, oh, we're going to live this Christmas. Like. But yeah, maybe me Chris was saying, like, can you trust anyone that doesn't eat cheese?
Not really. But can you trust them if they eat that plastic, luminous orange cheese?
Like, are we talking about cheese slices?
Yeah.
I don't mind a cheese slice. Like, I don't mind. Do you know? It's if I'm desperate, if that's my only supply of cheese, then I'll take one for the team.
Oh, no, I'm rolling out. We're like a nice Wensleydale with apricots or cranberries.
Yeah, we'll prop on the pulse, big G, little G, aren't we? Like local contemporary issues, fitness, mental toughness, physical. 20-minute segment talking about cheese. You know what I mean? If you've dipped into this, pun intended,
hey.
It's not just about cheese, but it is in many ways really important.
vital to life. But especially when you get like a few nice olives to go along with it.
Oh, mate, yeah. I like a little bit of a combo, like.
You know what? There's very little food ever in my fridge, but you can always guarantee there's olives with some chilli, some with a bit of garlic in.
Yeah. I like a sun-dried tomato.
Yes.
Underrated.
They are. They're very underrated, the sun-dried tomatoes.
But yeah, it's, I think that's been a quite efficient little podcast, like. Bit shorter than our usual ones, but I feel like we've got what we wanted to chat about through the woods. Reach out. We'll put a little link on this. We'll get this uploaded. Put a little link and reach out with the girls because they've really got the fingers on the pulse and they're in your corner. They're really affordable, top end counselling, and there's only good things. Only good things that I'm hearing outside of the chats that I have with Lisa and Louise. So. Yeah, please check those out. And yeah, thanks for listening.
You're welcome. Thanks very much for inviting us on.
Take care.